Hi, my name is Danielle Rojas, and this is my first video on Money Manager EX using the open source free software. So the first where I've taken you first is to SourceForge, where you will go to download this software. SourceForge is basically an open source software website that allows you to find, create, and publish all sorts of different software according to your needs. The one I found that I will be explaining and providing my training on today is under Business and Enterprise. So just go ahead and click on that. And then you'll notice on the left hand side there's a variety of different topics of different softwares according to categories. And next we're going to be going down to financial. That's where Money Manager EX is located. So click that. Once in here, they have all different ones. So they have 25 different softwares according to financial. So we are going to browse down, and voila, it is called Money Manager EX. And we are going to download this, and each one you'll see all the different topics of the software downloads will give you just a little slight overview of what it is, when it was last updated, how many recommend it, and they'll even have user comments. So basically Money Manager EX, it's easy to use. It's a money management application, pretty much says it in its name, and it's basically your very own personal finance manager and tool for you to use to see how you're spending your money. It's used for a variety of reasons. It can be used to track your net worth, see your income and expenses, many more things, including tracking of your bills and your actual bank accounts. And you can actually even reconcile your bank accounts to see, that your money is not being, maybe stolen or anything of that sort. So I'm going to go ahead now and download this. You click on the green button, download now. And you'll see on the screen it'll say it'll download in 2 seconds, or if not, there's a direct link that you can click on. And I'm going to put save. And then it just takes only just a few seconds to download. It's really easy. So you just wait for it to download. And I'm going to hit run. And I'm going to allow it to be on my computer. Now you can select the language you're going to be using during the installation. I'm going to go ahead and pick English. And now it's going to take me to a variety of pages. And I'm just basically accepting the agreements. Hitting next. This is telling you where it's going to go, and this is going to create a desktop icon, which is really useful because I can go ahead and it'll just be on my desktop and I can click on it to get into this. I'm going to hit install, and it just takes like a minute or two to install. Finish. Okay, and as you'll see, I've already somewhat set up this account. I haven't used my own banking account, obviously, for security purposes, but so you'll see on the left hand page of all your different tools. So there's bank accounts, If you have stocks, your assets, repeating transactions, which would be, your PG&E bill, your mortgage payment, phone bill. We can go into more detail. This is just an overview of the different tools on the side. Your budget setup, and then it can generate all these different reports. So summary of your accounts, where your money's going, where your money's coming from, different categories, who you're paying, your income versus expenses, your transaction report, cash flow, and then statistics. This is actually really easy to navigate through. You can create a new database, open database, so you can have multiple, maybe for your wife, yourself. You can create new accounts, delete accounts. There's account lists and editing accounts. Under tools, you can organize your categories, organize pays, just down the list, and we will go into more detail along with that. So the first thing we want to do is go to our bank accounts. I have already listed my name, and under the bank account we can edit the account. So here this is the same, it takes you to the same screen as if you were to make a new account. So under the account name, if it's a checking, savings, you're gonna, or whose account. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my name, Danielle. This is my account. And then it's a checking account, and then this is where I'm gonna go ahead and put your account number, which is listed on your checks or from your bank. This is held at, then you can go ahead and specify what bank you have. Some people bank at different banks. I myself bank at Wells Fargo and Chase. So this is good to differentiate and not get confused with your bank accounts. And now you can set up the website so it's easy to access the website, to log in. And this is where you can use this tool or link to reconcile your bank statement, compare it to what you have and what the bank has. You're going to go ahead and put the amount you have in your bank at the time you set up this account. So we'll just go ahead and put an even amount, and then you're going to specify the currency. So there's euros or Swiss francs. I'm going to go ahead and pick US dollar. And then any notes. And then also there's a little tab that if this is your main account, they have it labeled under favorite, you can go ahead, and this is your main account where you do most of your transactions. This is where you will specify this. So now it is automatically updated to show how much is in my bank account. And if I had multiple bank account, let's go ahead and make another one. We'll go to accounts and make a new account. Oh no, wrong one. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and make a new account. The name of the account, I'm going to go ahead and put Danielle Saving. I'm going to go ahead and just put Danielle again. And this is where I'm going to specify if now that it's a checking and a savings. And it did not show up. It's probably because I used the same name. We're going to make it investment. So the same thing, you're going to put your account number held at Wells Fargo, the website, www.wellsfargo.com. Contact if you have like a personal banker that you do most of your things with. If you go through, if you've gotten your car loan or home mortgage loan, same thing. Go ahead and put your balance in this. We'll go ahead and put, I don't know, let's say $1,000, and we will unclick this is not our favorite account. Okay. Then this section, this is for stock investments. We're going to move forward in this because I myself do not have any stocks. And we're going to go ahead and go into the assets. I've already put in 2 assets, my car and my house. And you can scroll down here to include a new asset. So if you have multiple cars, if you have multiple homes, this is where you just put assets. Assets or any property that you own. So it can be a car, house, just things of the same nature. Art, jewelry, cash, household object, these would all classify under, you specify the asset type, the value. This is change in value. This is, let's just say your home, for instance, if it depreciates of the recent market, or depreciate is when it goes down in value, and appreciate is when it goes up in value. And these are good to know to keep track of the difference in where it was at and if it's appreciating or depreciating. So I already have my 2. Repeating transactions. This is where you're going to go to set up your monthly. There's different categories. So it can repeat. If you have bills that are weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, and so on, this is where, and obviously if they're repeating means at the same time, whatever duration you're specifying happens each time. This is useful so you do not forget, that your PG&E or your home mortgage payment or your car payment is due each month. And this is where the system now is going to be able to generate your expenses and compare it to your income. So I will do an example. We're going to take it out of, it has my account name. If there was multiple accounts, you would specify what that one is coming out of. When it's going to occur next, and they give you the calendar, and then repeat. So we're going to do our car payment. And so that's usually, it's a monthly car payment. And we're going to go ahead and put the date, the status is none because we're not following up or duplicating this. It's a withdrawal, and my car payment is $300 a month. And the payee, we're going to add we are going to pay this to Wells Fargo because, let's just say for instance, that's where I took out my loan. Select. And then you just push OK. Enter category. This is going to be from automobile. Okay, and the next part that we can go ahead is the budget setup. And I'm going to go ahead and stop this and continue on another video because I know this will cut me off. And then I will go into detail of how everything ties together and why this software is just so useful. So thank you, and continue to watch video 2.